This evening, transport bosses have been urged to bring in safety targets for bus firms amid fears that pressure to keep on time and keep to schedules is putting passengers at risk. A report by City Hall's Transport Committee says 25 people have been killed by or on the capital's buses in the last 2 years, with thousands more injured.
We've been looking at bus safety this year, and we're particularly concerned given the last 2 years 25 people have been killed on or by buses on London streets. Another 12,000 people have been injured one way or another, whether it's through a collision with a bus, through a slip or trip on the bus, or perhaps being caught in the doors. And we're making wide-ranging recommendations, and some of those include, at the heart of it, putting safety in the contracts TfL has with bus operators to make sure safety is a priority rather than just running the buses to time. Anyone must feel for bus drivers driving on ever-reduced road space in London with serious roadworks and more cyclists, pedestrians, buggies, people distracted by their phones. It's a really stressful environment, so we want to make sure it's safer for those drivers, and that means actually making sure every driver in London has the same training, whichever bus operator they work for, but it also means making sure they do get their rest breaks, and if necessary, routes are cut slightly short, rather than drivers being forced to work 1 or 2 hours overtime.
But the job's changed a lot over the years. Even in the short time I've been doing it, it's gone from being a really nice job that you could get on well with the public to this basic little stress bomb, really. I mean, stuck in the bus cabs like the drivers are all day, with the hours being pushed up and up and up, and 12-hour days being quite normal these days, and then they're expected to do overtime enforced after that. You've got to just take the stress off people, get them to, so they can actually have a proper decent break during the day and finish relatively close on time. If we can remove the stress, we will remove the accidents. It's that simple.
I had a terrible collision with a bus 10 years ago. I suffered a life-changing injury to my leg, and my mother was unfortunately killed in it, and my daughter Pollyanna lost her leg. And it took Transport for London about 7 years to apologise to me, and then after that I said okay, but I'd like things to change. I think the public need more educating into how they need to respect the bus driver. Smile at the bus driver when they get on the bus. Understand if he's had a long day. Just be kind to him. If he asks you to move down the bus, move down the bus. If you're on a double decker and he's asking you to go upstairs, try and go upstairs if you can. Just try and make their lives easier too, because they are working really, really hard, and they are the lifeblood of London.
Well, TfL has welcomed the ideas in the report, adding that it takes every action to bring about further improvements to bus safety. The Mayor has backed plans to bring in tougher sentences